Hey, so I am just leaving coffee house and I had such a great night. I went to Cheesecake Factory for dinner and I brought my cheesecake dessert here to eat with my coffee and it was great. And I was working on updating my logo for my new channel and doing all that, which is tedious work, but I actually enjoy it. Like I used to do web page design and logo design, so I just kind of get lost in it, and it's fun for me. Um, so that's really cool. But I was at dinner and here at the coffee house, I was listening to Jill Scott's interview on Angie Martinez's podcast in real life, IRL. Oh my God. That woman. Oh, I love her so much. Watch the interview. Watch the conversation. It was like an hour and a half long, and I basically we all three went to dinner together, and then came here. It was great. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. Um, I just love like she's so obviously like so full of soul and like this beautiful confidence, and she's really empowered. And I think a lot of it comes from, or is at least related to, her really knowing what she wants and being, knows that she's worthy of the pleasure that she desires, in particular in her sexuality. Like she is a woman who is fully alive, embodied, and just like I love her so much. It's hard to put words to it because like she just speaks and it's poetry always, no matter what she's saying. She doesn't have to be performing or trying. It's just she's so like whole and just intentional and present, but like she just knows who she is and she loves herself. Like, oh, you can feel it. It's palpable. And it's like, oh, I want so much more of that. Like, you just, I don't know. I love her so much. She's releasing a new project February 13th, 2026. It's called To Whom This May Concern. And she's like, it's gonna be for who it's for. And I was like, it's for me. It's for me. I can't wait. She's going on tour. I'm like, please come to Phoenix. Please come to Phoenix. I think she's gonna come to Phoenix. Um, I know a lot of artists skip Phoenix, probably for good reason, but please come to Phoenix. If not, I will go find you. I'll go to LA, wherever, I'm sure it'll be somewhere near. But I'm excited for that. I was thinking about I gotta find a really good concert to go to this year. I'm kind of like visualizing my year and stuff, playing with it, dreaming about it, imagining it, and dreaming about my solo trip. Shit, if she comes around my birthday time when I'm gonna do my solo trip, I might just do a twofer. That would be amazing. Go to San Diego. Go to San Diego. I think I want to go there again, by the way. I know I went there last year and I'm not trying to recreate the same experience, but damn, I just love San Diego. Like I love the energy there. And you know what I think it is? Because San Diego and New York City are my two favorite places I've ever visited. And it's not like I've been overseas, so I'm sure there's more. There's so much more for me to see. But at least I would say, and Maui was pretty cool too. So like in the United States, those three. And I was like, the cheap places to live. But I think what it is that I just love being in their energy of like abundance. 444. And what I mean by that is that like the people that you're around and the area where you live and the sometimes like the demographics, but like energetically, like the energetic demographics of the people in your area and around you. It's a certain vibration, it's a certain frequency. Just go with me here. And when I go to those places, it's just like an energy. Like I don't really have words for it. It's palpable though. Like you can feel it. I can feel it viscerally in my body. Like when I'm there, it just feels good. It just feels so good. And I don't necessarily know how to explain why, but I think part of it is that people in those areas have a very abundant spirit. I have a very abundant spirit. Like I just, and this is more recent, but like scarcity has died in my life. Like it just doesn't exist anymore. There's nothing that I can't have now or in the future. And I would even go as far as to say that there's nothing that I can't have even in the past by alchemizing things that have occurred. And by that I mean whatever I experienced that was of either like lack mindset, whether it was lack of my self-worth, lack of my own value, lack of my own boundaries, lack of my own words and expressing myself. When I look back on that and I look at it with a frame of, okay, I'm standing here as a witness to myself in the situation and learning from myself and how I showed up and why did I do that? Okay, oh, okay, it was this kind of like thing that happened in my childhood or how I was brought up or like societal things that informed me about this or this conditioning or whatever it is, and identifying that just to know what things to undo, and then saying that's how I chose to show up there and extracting the wisdom from those lessons. You go back in time and that's how you alchemize the thing. And so there's just no lack or no scarcity anymore in my life. It's like everything that happens is for me. And I just need to look at it until I can see how or why that's true in this situation. And if I can't right now, if I can't identify how this is for me, then it's just not for me to know yet. But I just know that nothing is wasted. I know that this is for me some way, somehow, at some point in the timeline, wherever it is, past, present, future. And I have peace with that. I have peace with that. I have peace with it to let it go. I have peace with it to let people go, whether I know why or not, whether I know why they showed up this way or not, whether I know why they left this way or not. I'm just like, I have appreciation for the parts that I value and I enjoyed and like that. And the rest of it, whatever lessons and wisdom I learned, whatever, all of it, like I'm grateful. And with all peace in my heart, like, thank you, thank you. And if there's anything else there, like, I just release it. I don't hold on to any of it. I just don't. I don't want any heavy or negative energy in my life. And it's just like, okay. I just trust my life. I trust God. I trust spirit. I trust the flow and the destiny of my life so much that I just don't question it. And I'm not going to chase anything. I'm not going to chase anything, no matter how hard I visualize the dream life that I'm creating. I'm not chasing it. Like I'm not running after it like it's running away from me. The things that I want to create want me too. Like we're magnetic towards each other. We're being magnetized towards each other. And it's just an energy thing. And it's really beautiful. It's really a delicious energy, to be honest with you, of like, oh, this feels so good. Like it feels so good to be so much in my purpose, in my life, in my creativity, in my flow, in my intuition, in my feminine, in my like divine feminine, and the beauty of that. And even in like the flaws and the imperfections and the beauty of that, and like the taking accountability for ways that I showed up that I wish I would have done it differently, but hey, now I know for next time. You know what I mean? And all I can do is show up in my truth. I love that line in the song Broken Hallelujah. I love that whole song. But how does it go? I mm, something something. I told the truth. I didn't come to fool you. And I just love that because I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. I've told you everything every step of the way. I was transparent, and this is what it is. And if something changed, it's because I changed my mind. I had to change a heart. But as soon as I knew, you knew. Like, I don't know. And, maybe that's not the ideal way to communicate with people, but it's the only way that I know how to show up in my full transparency and honesty. And it's how I will continue to show up. But I just really appreciate and love my life and where I am, like in my existence and embodied in my experience of this human experience in my life, 1111. And I love that, like my podcast is the Let's Get Woo podcast. Let's get woo woo. And like I say in the intro, like most people usually make fun of things when they're like, oh, well, not to get woo woo. And I'm like, no, we're going to lean into it here. We're going to get woo woo. Like, let's have this conversation. Let's have all the conversations because, yes, like, I do think this and I do believe this. And, like, of course, let's have this conversation. Like, these are the kinds of things that I want to be talking about. I don't care about, I do care about the weather because I love nature, but, like, I don't care about small talk. I don't care I do care what your favorite color is because I feel like that does say a lot about you, but like it goes deeper than that. And when people are like, it's not that deep, it is that deep. Every single thing is that. Like my favorite quote, there are two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, and the other is as though everything is a miracle. Welcome to my world. Here everything is magical, quite literally. I keep seeing mirror numbers like 1221 or double numbers like 1212, 1111. I think that's really interesting. I'm gonna sit with that, see what that means because the universe is always talking with us, and I love to listen. I love to see. Constantly asking for ears to hear and eyes to see. But yes, I am so inspired by that conversation, Jill Scott and Angie Martinez, and just her, like her aura, like her energy, her presence, her womanness, like just she's such a empowered woman, and I just admire that so much. And you can it permeates off of her. You can like just take it from her overflow when you're watching her, from the overflow of her energy, and just like wrap it around you and like be even more empowered and more embodied in your womanness. It's so great. It's so beautiful. And maybe it's a human thing, maybe it's not a woman thing, but to me, because that's my experience, like that's how I take it. But it's just I love her so much. Anyways, I'm on my way home, and yeah, i think the I think the reality of the fact that scarcity has died in my life is really cool. It's really fun to like exist in this part of my life in that way, and that trust and that knowing. It's like a fun game to play almost. I really like the work of Florence Scovel Shinn. She predates Neville Goddard, and some say that she was a big inspiration to his own work and stuff. I have no idea. Personally, I have no idea, but I've heard that. So I'm just saying that's the type of kind of work that she does. But she does a lot of like, people would come to her and they'd be trying to like manifest money or certain opulence or things in their life, right? And she would just, they'd be like, speak the word for me, and it would just be a prayer. And honestly, the only difference between her and them was that she had faith. She had faith. Like, she did say specific words, like, and I do believe that words are powerful, but also I believe that intention can be wordless and still very clear as long as the faith is there. You know what I mean? And I think in this season of my life, faith is a very like dominant theme and invitation for me. And I've had this invitation many of times, and it's always so beautiful. And I'm just at the point where, like, I love to play with the universe. I love to play with God. And just like, it's like, are you going to trust me? And right now, like, I'm just so like, yes, yes, I'm so down for it. Because, like, first of all, my life wisdom has taught me, like, not just why not, but like, what other choice do I have? Like, if I want to move into the life that I'm creating next, and I'm constantly creating next because I've outgrown this version of my life right now, I have no choice other than to trust you because it's a co-creation. I'm not doing it on my own. There's no way. Like, there's no way that I do anything on my own. I don't even walk down the street by myself. I don't sleep alone. I'm going home right now. I'm not driving alone. I have angels and protection around me constantly. God is always with me. Spirit is always talking to me. It's unceasing. All of it. Ancestors. It's so beautiful. Nature, like the universe in so many different ways and messages and synchronicities and music and inspiration. Like, my life is, like I said, my whole life is a prayer. Like, no exaggeration. And I love it here. And it's like, why would I not trust and choose to engage in this game of like this just beautiful dance and devotion and trust and faith? And it's just like, I'm at the point where it's like, I want to experience certain experiences, and it does require many leaps of faith, you know? And it's just so fun here. Like, it's just the best. There's so many different small things that, like, I experience every single day, which is why I share and I create so much, because there's so much in here. And I feel like it would be selfish of me and like I would be hoarding my experiences and the lessons or the wisdom or whatever I've derived from these experiences by not sharing them. I honestly do. And I don't say that in an arrogant way. I feel privileged to live the life that I live in the way that I live it. Meaning, I feel like my biggest privilege in my life is my relationship with God. I feel like that's the biggest gift and privilege of my whole life. And it's been something that I've experienced my whole life since I can remember. And I feel like it's the biggest favor that I've been bestowed upon. And so I feel like I in the best way am obliged to share these like beautiful experiences that is my inner world constantly for whoever wants to listen. And obviously, if it doesn't resonate, like, just keep scrolling. You know what I mean? Swipe left, swipe whatever, swipe up, whatever it is. But like, there's so much music in me to create, literally and figuratively, with all of my creations that I do, writing, podcasts, music, also, um, everything, creating my life, the way that my energy plays out in the world with people, both virtually or in person. And it's like, it's I'm honored. I'm honored to be able to have the option and the privilege to share such things. and honored to have like the skill sets necessary to do so, because I've played in these types of technologies for work and for pleasure and just personal use for many years. So I'm just like, I just know how to do a lot of the stuff, like create logos, like social media, like marketing. I'm getting I'm getting there. But just like, so all that stuff, the creativity, I'm just like, it's great. It's great. I love the fact that I have access to beautiful mentors, um, spiritual mentors that most of them, all of them, I don't know in person. I don't know face to face, but I have access to them and their offerings virtually through the beautiful technology that we can use, like social media, like group communities and things like that, and courses online and all of these things. And it's like, what a beautiful time we live in, that like, in what other world would I have access to and let me tell you, like the lineup of my mentors, my spiritual and life mentors that I have access to through the internet is chef's kiss. Like one day I want to do like some sort of workshop or retreat and just bring all of my favorite people and just be like, it's like heaven. Like just have a big party and we just all hang out and it's gonna be so fun. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my vision board. These are the kind of dreams that I play with. And it's like, why not? Like, why not? Who wouldn't want to hang out with all these amazing, amazing people and energies? Mm-hmm. Curator of spaces. I actually do want to do retreats and workshops and things like that, virtually, but really like in person. I would love to do like, I want to do an energy center. I want to have an energy center that's like yoga, somatic practices, heels classes, pole dancing for like embodiment. The tagline is embrace E3 Energy Center, embrace, embody, empower. Right? So like for feminine energy and empowerment, because that's my experience, and just like the dancing, the confidence, the embodiment, the embracement, and just like working that self love muscle from the inside out, like with our bodies, like in the body, in all the ways. And so at this energy center, like from there, that community, and maybe like franchising it out to people who are really like in this actually, and holding retreats, holding space for all of that, like just so much beauty in that. I got big dreams. I got big dreams. Did I tell you about my clothing line? It's great. I love it here. All right, I'm gonna go. Have a good night. Bye.